Hi there, my name is Farah, and I'm just a regular mom based out of Mississauga, Ontario. And I started doing this vlog series to sort of chronicle my journey with Dr. Bernstein's weight loss program. So, there could be people who are already in this program or who has done the program or who are thinking of doing it. And I just thought that I would share some of my experiences that I had with this program. So the very first thing is, to make a decision as to if you want to enroll in this program or not. For me, I have seen their offices or their clinics all over town, and I personally know a very good friend of mine who had been into that program right before her wedding. And it's not about that so much as to that I saw a huge transformation in her, where she was able to lose, not just lose a lot of pounds, but she actually looked really happy about herself and really healthy. Um, so having said that, I know there are a lot of other programs out there, and there's probably a lot of criticism about this program, but you know what, this is the one that I chose to go with, and just thought that I would share with you some of the things that I did while trying to enroll in this program. So first of all, where I am based out of is Mississauga, Ontario, which is within the greater Toronto area, and they have closed down all of their locations. So that was a big big thing for me, because I thought that, oh, I can just walk into a location or walk into a clinic that they have and just talk to somebody, but that was not the case. So that was a big shock. So when I went to their website, basically I went to their website to see where the nearest clinic is to myself, and that's when I found out that they don't have their clinics anymore. So so if you are, so that is number one thing. So in the website, the instructions was that, oh, fill out, like, if you want to start this program, fill out this form. So I filled out a web form, upon which I got an email, which gave me a phone number to call to. Now later on, I found that phone number was on the website too. So technically you can just call the number right away. You don't have to fill out the web form. I was under the impression that if I were to fill out the web form, somebody will call me, but that wasn't the case. I still had to make a phone call. So you make a phone call, and there's somebody on the other side answers, and basically they tell you kind of like what you have to do with the program. They tell you that they don't have their physical locations anymore, and that that everything happens with them shipping you the product, and you kind of had to do like a lot of research on their website. So I had to, when I spoke to this person, this is just a customer service representative. So the next step for that is you have to book your initial consultation with a nurse, and you actually have to pay separately, like you have to pay up front to have that appointment booked, and the cost is $79 Canadian. It could be different depending on where you are, but yeah, that's an upfront cost. That's an initial consultation fee for an hour with the nurse. So once you have paid that amount over the phone, then you are given an email, and you are given a link to their portal, to their web portal. While you go in, and you are supposed to fill out, there's a initial, like a medical form or a initial patient form, where you fill out, there's tons of it's a very lengthy form where you have to fill out pretty much a lot of information about your health, about your past health history, and whatnot. So that takes a while, and it's kind of like a prerequisite for you to fill it out before you have the nurse's call. So the nurse has all this information with her while she's on the call. So I did that, and I had the first call with the nurse. However, it was kind of funny because the nurse kind of went over the same information and asked me the same questions that I had already filled out in the form. So I don't know what was the whole point of me filling out the form first. Anyways, so yeah, she will go over what you have filled out. She'll ask you questions. She'll just verify, I guess, or confirm. And then she'll also explain to you the program. She will say like for example, she told me that I needed to buy a food scale. So that is something I never had in in my kitchen, but that's something that you had to buy. She told me that yeah, like in this program there's absolutely like no sugar. You can't have like, you can have one coffee or one tea or whatever a day, but you can't have more than one caffeinated drink. um you know, she asked me about like if I know how to put injections. So I had gestational diabetes when I was pregnant with my second child, so I had to administer insulin. So I told her that yeah, I know how to administer injections. um Anyhow, so that nurse's call, yeah, lasts about like maybe 50 minutes. And then actually that's during that call it came out that I actually cannot start right away because I was still breastfeeding my 2-year-old. So she said, you know, like, you cannot start this program because you're breastfeeding. Why? Because you're supposed to take this supplement, potassium supplement, which you have to buy by on your own, by the way. But you have to buy the potassium supplement, and that is not good for the baby when you're breastfeeding the baby. So she said that okay, call us back when you have, you know, stopped breastfeeding, and then we can, you know, restart. Then we can start your program. But she said that you don't have to have this initial conversation all over again. No, that's not required. As long as it's within a year of this conversation, you can start the program anytime. So that was a good thing. So then I you know, I did some research, and I had to find a way to, well, I was ready to sort of stop breastfeeding anyways. And then I found this really interesting hack from from some moms in online, and then that actually quite helped, and I was able to stop breastfeeding. And then I called them back again, and that okay, I've stopped breastfeeding, I'm ready to start the program. And then you basically sign up for either 2 weeks or 4-week program. Now you need to measure yourself, and you need to tell them your initial or your start weight, and then also your goal weight. So, but you know what, it's up to you if you want to do this program for 2 weeks or 4 weeks. What they say the results can be for 2 weeks, or you can lose up to 5 pounds a week, or let's say 10 pounds in 2 weeks, or up to 20 pounds in a month. Now my goal is to actually reach my goal weight, and the difference between my starting weight and my goal weight is quite a lot. In this video later on, I'll show you me weighing myself for the first time in 2 years, because I've been so scared or kind of embarrassed, or I don't know, I just didn't want to deal with my weight, because I had so much, I was prioritizing, you know, everything else, like the baby, everything else, and I wasn't ready to, you know, pay attention to my weight or myself. So yeah, you have to weigh yourself which you'll see a video of me weighing myself for the first time in almost 3 years. And then, you know, there's a lot of things to actually enroll in this. Like, you have to do a lot of things to get prepared for this program. But I will keep this video short for now, and I'll show you, you know, some of my grocery runs, and at the end I'll show you some of the things that I have put in place or I had to have before I started day one. Okay, and after these next videos I'll talk to you at the end again. Okay, bye-bye. This is the moment of truth. Let's see. Oh.
200.
Yes, friends, after, you know, giving birth, I never measured myself, so it's about like 3 years now. And yeah, so at the time of measurement, my weight was 200 pounds, and that's a lot. That's the, you know, the most I've ever been. But yeah, like I really need to get to my goal weight. So when you start the program, this is one of the things, the very first things you need to prepare is for your first nurse's call. And so the first nurse's call, in order for you to get there, make sure that you have $79, so that was Canadian dollars. So $79 in your budget, you know, to pay for the initial call. And make sure that you go to the online web form, fill out all the information that you can in your patient health form that they have. And if you're breastfeeding, you know, wait till you have stopped breastfeeding. And then finally, weigh yourself, because that's the first question the nurse is going to ask you. What is your current weight and what is your goal weight? So my current weight at the nurse's call was 200 pounds, and my goal weight is 120 pounds. So yeah, it's going to be quite a journey, but I wish to, you know, I'm adamant and determined to fulfill that commitment and, you know, take you through that journey with me and share some of the, you know, things, how to prepare for this program, and, you know, take you along with me. So listed the steps in the description, so please, you know, have a look. Hope this helps you, and hope you're having a great day. Okay, bye-bye.